sitting in front of the monitor. You'll ruin your eyesight.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Sit up straight or you'll end up with scoliosis.
You've probably heard things like this many times. All of these are valid concerns, but the risks to your eyes are minimal if you have a good monitor and remember to blink. And your back appreciates a good chair and regular exercise. But there's another, much more dangerous enemy for those who spend a lot of time at the computer. This enemy isn't as obvious, isn't as well studied, but that makes it even more dangerous. This enemy is carpal tunnel syndrome. Its causes are repetitive, monotonous hand movements. For example, when you're working with a computer keyboard and mouse. Then there's the uncomfortable position created by the mouse and keyboard. Your wrist is positioned at an angle. And I'll show you what this leads to using a regular straw as an example. The wrist is also like a kind of tube where tendons, capillaries, and the median nerve are located. So we bend the straw. What happens then? Everything inside gets compressed, namely the tendons, nerves, and capillaries. Next, there are vibrations, like when you're typing on a keyboard. And in the case of construction workers, it's using a jackhammer. Physical strain that puts pressure on the wrist is also a cause of this syndrome. What are the risks of this condition and what are its symptoms? First of all, your fingers start to go numb. Then you may experience pain in the wrist area. Next, your hand may swell on its own. As the condition progresses, muscle atrophy occurs. After that, hand function is impaired and a person simply cannot grasp or hold an object. So what can you do to keep this condition at bay? That's what today's episode is about. The way you sit at your computer desk and how you hold your keyboard and mouse affects the development of carpal tunnel syndrome. You should sit at the table so that you are neither higher nor lower than it. When you place your hands on the table, they should form a right angle. This is the correct position. Next, when you hold the mouse, your wrist involuntarily bends. What can you do? You can consciously control the height of your wrist, thereby straightening your hand. There are also various ergonomic mouse pads with a wrist cushion to help keep your wrist in the correct position. Personally, I use a regular towel. I fold it several times and place it under my wrist. The effect is exactly the same as with an ergonomic mouse pad. The size of the mouse also affects the correct positioning of your hand. The mouse should fit your hand, not too small, not too large. Otherwise, your hand will be positioned incorrectly. Next, the keyboard. It creates not only a vertical angle in the wrist, but also a horizontal one when you work with both hands at the same time. So what can you do? Just like with the mouse, you can consciously straighten your wrists to ensure your hands are positioned correctly. You can buy a special ergonomic keyboard. Or like me, you can simply use a regular towel, placing it under your wrists. It really helps. What else can we do? First, take short breaks from work, ideally every 15 minutes. Lower your hands and relax them. Hold them suspended for a while. Let them rest a bit. Next, you can shake out your hands. A great exercise for stretching your hands, and especially your wrists, is the wave, which works the entire arm. Let's try it with both hands at the same time. You can play around with the symmetry. Let's return to the starting position. The next beneficial exercise to help gently stretch your wrists is this simple yet effective movement. Carefully place your hands flat on the table with your palms facing completely down. Then, slowly and deliberately, start rotating your palms inward first, moving them as far as they comfortably go. And then, with equal control, rotate them outward, completing the full range of motion. Do this several times. Let your hands rest by switching to a different activity. For example, you can take a Rubik's Cube and play with it. Completely different muscles are engaged, so your hands get to rest. If you have a pull-up bar, that's absolutely perfect. With each passing year, computers are becoming more and more a part of our lives. we spend more and more time in front of them. And by doing so, we let a hidden enemy called carpal tunnel syndrome get closer and closer. But now we know how to fight it. Take care of your health. Goodbye.